Did you make that?
Solid Hill TDS, J Leo, Hitchhikers, check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighting up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leaf to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions when my rations getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know, I just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this we too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and send you to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the dice before you let them roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of character, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in Meth Doom. Hits the sun god, bringing some light. Now watch your mood switch, hieroglyphs when writing scripts. Namaste but conquering, conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
What's up? It's your boy Wild Carmar in the building, aka Modelo Mar. I got the tall boy today because we got a lot to talk about today. We got a lot to talk about today. Oh man, we got a lot. Cheers, world. Telling you that Modelo gets better and better every time. But of course, it's always a great day to be alive, kicking, breathing, you know. Always a pleasure to do that. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Stephanie, one of our biggest supporters. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, we're up too. I know I'm always up at this time of day. But let's get all the preliminaries. Let's get all the house cleaning shit out the way. Everybody going over to the website, www.I.O.W.19.com. Find all the information of anything I.O.W. Network related from this show, of course, I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition, our day stream every Monday and Thursday. You're adapting, huh? I mean, I'm just a natural night owl, Steph, so I'm always up. Jamel, he sleep. He old man. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm just so excited to get into what we need to talk about today. Yeah, anything I.O.W. Network, going over to the website, I.O.W.19.com. We got merch, of course. You know, I'm not rocking the sweatshirt today because it was a beautiful day out here in North Kakalaki, to be precise. It was gorgeous, like 75, 76 degrees, beautiful. So, you know, I got the sun's out, guns out. I'm tripping. Don't mind me. I'm just grateful to be alive. So, and grateful to talk sports. It's wow. Just wow. Mid-afternoon just got nuts in the NFL. You know, NBA had the trade deadline yesterday, and the NFL said, "Y'all juggles don't know how to do no trades. We got to poop and dump all on how to do some trades." Man, it got busy. It got busy quick. I can't really explain it all. I got clips for that, and the best person to explain it is that man, Adam Schefter himself.
Miami fans got to be happy. They're still selecting 6 overall in this upcoming draft while acquiring San Francisco's first-round picks in 2022 and 2023. It's important to keep in mind, too, that the Dolphins held on to some early draft picks in this upcoming draft at pick 18, 36, and 50. So Miami's done a really nice job for themselves here. Adam, they were pretty busy with how they handled all this.
Well, Laura, they went through all the machinations of what it would be if they traded out of slot 3 and then made another trade with the Eagles. And what happens is, essentially, they move back 3 spots in the first round from 3 to 6 and gain a future first and future third-round pick. So that was what they added today. They've compiled an awful lot of draft. They have essentially turned Laramie Tunsil, their former offensive tackle, into 4 first-round draft picks and a third-round pick, which is incredible to think about, but that's what they've done. With the Eagles, they felt like it was important to come back up to 6 because there are a few different players that Miami was looking at 3. With the rush on the quarterback position, one of them is going to be available to the Dolphins at pick 6. And so they might not have the first choice of the player, the exact player they want. A lot of people believe they would like to add a wide receiver, like Jamar Chase, perhaps, from LSU. But they'll get a choice of one of the 3 players that they like. A lot of people talking about Kyle Pitts as a top player in this draft. There are a lot of different players that would fit their needs, surrounding Tua with talent, some offensive line help as well. So the Dolphins still are in a great position and have added extra draft capital here.
Yeah, and we'll get to the Eagles a little later on, but even at 12, you've got to think, while a Pitts may not be available, maybe a Jalen Waddle, maybe a Devontae Smith.
Man, let's just look at all these trades. We'll get to the Eagles portion. Of course, the Dolphins in that as well. But look what the Dolphins just did. Oh my gosh. This is like, I swear, me and Jamel are owed a general manager position, at least an interview. Because I swear, we're not experts at this. We just, we love sports. And, and of course, we all listen to different sports radio here and there, but come on. Sorry, Steph, I think we got their website. Yeah, that is. I.O.W.19.com. This would be the website. But back to the Dolphins, man. Me and Jamel have said it multiple times. And I need to get in the habit of bringing some receipts to prove what we talking about. But of course, you can always go to the YouTube page, the Facebook page, and go through our NFL season, and you'll catch a clip in there time to time that we have said you gotta support Tua Tagovailoa. You got to. I mean, if you want your quarterback to succeed, you make the situation great for him. Make it comfortable for him. And then if he doesn't succeed, that's your barometer of whether the kid can play ball or not. Because if you're surrounded with talent and you're failing, that says something. That's not a team issue or a scheme issue. That's a player issue. That's your barometer of what you need to do. And, the rumors all offseason, you should give up on Tua, blah, blah, blah. Why? You drafted him in top 5 last year. Pretty much gave him the reins to a good team. This is what's crazy about the Dolphins, about all this trade today. The Dolphins were at 10-16. Just missed the playoffs. It's easy to say that they are probably maybe a year or 2 years ahead of schedule. I mean, looking at their roster, I mean, I think their defense is good. So now you, with all this draft capital, you can start solidifying uh, your defense with great young talent, and then of course with your quarterback, surround Tua with great young talent as well. It's going to be O line, of course, protect them. Got to have somebody to throw it to. I mean, you got to create the atmosphere for him to succeed. Look at Patrick Mahomes. All right, I'm a Chiefs fan. You see that? Take Patrick Mahomes and put him on another team that's not doing so hot. Put him on the Jaguars. Put him on the Jets. Put him, teams that are not operating at all at the top of their game from head to toe. If the front office isn't working at full gear and doing their best at their job, it trickles down. That's why you see franchises struggle, because it starts up top. So, like I was saying with Patrick Mahomes, he does benefit from being in a franchise that is well structured, from president, CEO, owner, to the general manager, to the coach, and then you surround him with talent on the team. That's the formula for success in the NFL. Matter of fact, in any sports. Matter of fact, in business. Great structure from the top that trickles down all the way to the talent. So Patrick Mahomes does benefit where he's at. He could probably still be good, but then he'd be what? A Matthew Stafford in Detroit. A guy with talent, but goes nowhere because the organization is poorly ran. I mean, it relates to everything: business, life, everything. If it's poorly ran up top, it's going to trickle down. If it's ran properly, it trickles down. So just look at what the Miami Dolphins get from these two trades today. Like, this is what they get as a total. Look at that. Look at those trades for the next 3 years. And look how early they are. Like, shout out to the general manager of the Miami Dolphins, This is a 10-6 team that just got so much draft capital over the next 3 years. They are really, really, really give me a holler if you can hear me, Steph. But either way, that's a lot of capital, draft capital for the next 3 years. Like that's nuts. But pretty much, I'm over here. I probably messed that up, Steph. Don't mind me. I'm still going nuts over all of this draft capital that the Miami Dolphins were able to rack up. So here's that trade that they had with Philly.
Miami fans got to be happy. They're still selecting 6 overall in this upcoming draft while acquiring San Francisco's first-round picks in 2022 and 2023. It's important to keep in mind, too, that the Dolphins held on to some early draft picks in this upcoming draft at pick 18, 36, and 50. So Miami's done a really nice job for themselves here. Adam, they were pretty busy with how they handled all this.
Well, Laura, they went through all the machinations of what it would be if they traded out of slot 3 and then made another trade with the Eagles. And what happens is, essentially, they move back 3 spots in the first round from 3 to 6 and gain a future first and future third-round pick. So that was what they added today. They've compiled an awful lot of draft. They have essentially turned Laramie Tunsil, their former offensive tackle, into 4 first-round draft picks and a third-round pick, which is incredible to think about, but that's what they've done. With the Eagles, they felt like it was...
I'm over here tripping, y'all. I didn't know these shows out that clip. I know it is early, Stephanie. It is early. Maybe too much Dos Equis for me. I don't know. Or Modelo. It's early. I'm over here slipping and tripping. We gonna get right, y'all. Y'all bear with your boy. Bear with me. Here it
This is
is.
what got it all started. The Dolphins trading the number 3 overall pick to the San Francisco 49ers for the number 12 pick. 2 future firsts and a third also came with this blockbuster deal. But it didn't stop there because Field actually ended up getting involved in all of this. And Field Yates had some more reporting to add. The Eagles were involved. So, Field, tell us a little more about what the Dolphins did with some of that draft capital.
Yeah, that's right, Laura. So they acquired 2 additional first-round picks in the first trade with San Francisco. The 2022 first-round pick that they have from San Francisco is now their only one, as they immediately moved their own 2022 first-round pick to Philadelphia, which allowed them to jump back up from the 12th slot to the 6th slot in the 2021 NFL Draft. And I understand nothing is a certainty in the NFL Draft, but it certainly felt like what Miami accomplished today was moving back a little bit, acquiring some extra capital in the future, but not moving so far back that they can't equip Tua Tagovailoa with either Jamar Chase or Kyle Pitts or Jalen Waddle or Devontae Smith, as they now sit at pick 6, and you figure at least 3 quarterbacks are going in the first 4 selections. Miami now sits very handsomely to acquire a difference-making wide receiver or tight end.
Yeah, Mel.
Boom. Said it could. Phil Yates said it better than I could. And he works for ESPN, so their production is a lot better than what the hell I'm doing right now. So y'all bear with your boy. Anyway, so in all, from those 2 trades that the Dolphins were involved with the San Francisco 49ers and then with the Philadelphia Eagles. So the Miami Dolphins get 2021 picks. So this year, the number 6 to number 156 pick from the Eagles. 2022, a first rounder and a third rounder from the 49ers. 2023, a first rounder from the 49ers. And that's what Miami gets from those 2 trades. The 49ers get in this year's draft, of course, the number 3 pick from the Dolphins. The Eagles get in this year's draft pick 12 from the Dolphins that was sent to the 49ers. Then they get pick 123 from the Dolphins, year 2022 draft, first rounder from the Dolphins. So that's everything in a nutshell. Broke it down just like that. So we already talked about how this plays with Miami, of course, building a team for Tua to succeed. So now let's look at this from the Eagles' perspective. I mean, the Eagles need a lot of help. You can still get a very good weapon at pick 12 to help with Jalen Hurts, who's given the keys. He's given the keys now. Carson Wentz is out of there. So, but once again, I've said it, and me and Jamel have said it. Detroit Mail, shout out Detroit Mail. We've said it. I don't think they're really giving too much effort to give Jalen Hurts the help. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're going all in to help Jalen Hurts like Miami is for Tua, which doesn't make any sense for me. It was because you went up and got him in the second round last year when you already had Carson Wentz. So what are we doing? Philadelphia? What? And it's funny that I as a Chiefs fan is confused as hell. I've already been looking all up and down social media, and these Eagle fans they're not happy with this. What I mean, as a fan, why would you? That's not showing effort that you can. I mean, you had the 6th overall pick. You're getting cream of the crop offensive weapons to help Jalen Hurts, who you had given the keys. So to me, that says that you don't have faith in Jalen Hurts. They're trying to find any excuse to just make sure that he doesn't succeed. I'm not saying they're trying to sabotage him, but why even go get him in the second round last year? And you just ate $35 million sending Carson Wentz to Indianapolis. Yeah, you ate $35 million. What they doing the total opposite of the GM and Miami's doing. What's going on here? Like, am I missing something? I mean, I don't know. What am I missing? So I'm not sure what the Eagles are doing. But you can still get a good solid pick for sure at the 12th pick. You can. So it's not like you're just gonna get a bomb at pick 12, but why pick at pick 12 when you had literally the pick of your choice at 6? I mean, there's four to me. There's 4 quarterbacks going, in my opinion, in a row. Okay, no brainer. Trevor Lawrence going at 1. Jets at pick 2. I think they're going with Zach Wilson. He had his pro day today. He tore it up. He did. Of course, his pro day. All the scouts put a lot of scouts and general managers put a lot of stock in pro day. I don't know. We'll get into that when we get closer to the draft, which is the end of April 29th through May 1st. We'll do our own. We won't do a mock draft because that ain't what I like to do. I like the sports stuff. I don't like going all. And we'll play some highlight reels of players and be like, we'll do that. We'll do the couch potato version of scouting. We'll look at highlight plays and like, okay, nice throw. Yeah. So we'll do that. So, but I think Zach Wilson's going number 2. And then, so here's San Francisco part. You go up to pick 3 when you was at 12. So I mean, just like any clip in any, TV personality is going to say, you're getting a quarterback. I mean, obviously, you don't make this type of trade to go all the way up to top 3 and not take a quarterback. Who? Because I think Zach Wilson probably be gone. But if Zach Wilson does fall to San Francisco, I definitely see him, Mike Shanahan, getting Zach Wilson. I mean, look at Shanahan's track record when he was in Washington. Yeah, he had RG3, but he also had Kirk Cousins. So I think he's just wanted to get in the top 5 to just get a quarterback, because he's dealt with all types of quarterbacks. He's dealt with he's had Jimmy Garoppolo, of course, more of a pocket present quarterback. He's had Kirk Cousins, who's more of a pocket present quarterback. He's had RG3, which is a more mobile quarterback. He's also had who else has he had? Oh man, who else has he had? I'm over here drawing a blank. So that was in Washington and stuff like that. So I mean, you talking about you literally talking about a guy that's coached all types of different quarterbacks. So if Zach Wilson isn't there, you got Trey Lance, and of course you got Justin Fields. So to me, I just think San Francisco just wanted to get in the conversation and just be like Mike Shanahan, as the coach said, well, any, mini, miny, mo, give me a quarterback, here we go. And just grab somebody. So I think that's San Francisco's future, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Jimmy G is gone this year. He got to restructure for sure, though. You know what I'm saying? We got to do some kind of restructure on that contract, because he does cost a pretty penty. He costs some money. Jimmy G ain't cheap now, and he ain't cheap for a player that missed a lot of games. I mean, so of course he got acquired in 2017 at the trading deadline. And he only played 6 games, started 5. So the following year, 2018, got hurt in week 3, missed 13 games. 2019, of course, they get to the Super Bowl, played all 16, and then, of course, had the overthrow. That's tough to get over. 2020, missed 10 games, and the 49ers just weren't any good. So, I mean, you talk about, he does win 22-8 when he starts and when he plays for the 49ers, but you missing 23 games at the most important position of any NFL team is quarterback. You can't miss 23 games at quarterback and expect to keep the job. No. Yeah, the proof's in the pudding. You can't rely on you. Best ability is availability. Point blank, period. That's any job. If you're working at McDonald's and your ass ain't there to shake them fries and throw them salts on them joints, where my fried guy at? I don't know. He ain't show up. Yeah, you clip. That's any job. You know what I'm saying? You working at the bank. You ain't there to count them coins. Yeah, you gotta go. You're not available. You're not available to here to do your job. What? It's business. Can't pay you to not be here to do your job. And it makes it frustrating because when he do, I mean, almost 68 completion percentage when he plays. 46 TDs, 26 interceptions. He needs to tone that down a little bit. But most importantly, got to be available. There's no proof that Jimmy G can stay healthy. Why would I pay you? I can't. You know what I'm saying? So that's all 3 little tidbits from each team on a trade. As well, Now, don't think I'm crazy, y'all. There's been some talks that the Patriots have been interested in getting Jimmy G. I wouldn't doubt it. Uh, he's familiar with Bill Belichick. He's familiar with the Patriots. It's always been reported that Bill wanted him and wanted to get rid of Brady. So it's not like the Patriots don't have the cap for it. They do. And look at the free agency they had. They are building something to to have. I'm not saying because they didn't get like the cream of the crop players, but they still got the draft. But they're trying to build something around your quarterback, and you get a lot of players that come back from the opt out, from the COVID opt out. I mean, I 7-9 last year the Patriots went. I'm not expecting them to just fall off the face of the earth. So and Cam, what if Cam don't work out? But what if they get Jimmy G and Jimmy G gets hurt? You can fall back on Cam. It'll be his second year in the system. So hey, Belichick always got something going on. He got plans on plans on plans on plans. But I also feel that Jimmy G might just stay in San Fran and groom the next quarterback, because that's what's been going on with San Francisco. You get Nick Mullins in the game, C.J. Beathard in the game, undrafted or late round draft, and they always got to play because Jimmy's hurt. So what if Jimmy stays in San Francisco and gets hurt, and one of those three quarterbacks that's probably going to go in the top four draft, top four picks, is sitting on the sideline? So they're, looking at the track record, I think they're guaranteed to see playing time anyway. Hey, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Other NFL news: Sammy Watkins, of course, former Chief. Before that, he was a Ram for a year, and 2014 draft pick from the Buffalo Bills. Surprisingly, he's still only 28 years old, but can't stay healthy worth a damn. We got a running joke in a Chiefs community. We call him Hammy Watkins because his hamstring, his foot, his ankle was always hurt. So we call him Hammy Watkins. I'm glad you got a deal. We weren't, the Chiefs weren't bringing him back. It just wasn't going to happen. So no surprise there. But I am surprised that he goes to the Baltimore Ravens. To me, the Baltimore Ravens is almost like the end of your career, last stop place for a wide receiver, just because there's no production a lot from the wide receiver position. Baltimore Ravens are literally just a run first type of offense. They just are. Everything's predicated off the run. Whether it's their two running backs and Lamar Jackson, or there's sometimes you're just failure to get the passing game going. Mark Andrews, the tight end, he gets a lot of production. Go figure. But I don't know if it's Lamar. I don't know if it's the actual scheme that they're running. Who knows? But me personally, I don't think Hammy Watkins. I know I need to start dissing on my guy. Sammy Watkins is the answer to that guy. I have a hard time believing. First of all, he probably already broke his wrist signing the contract. That's how fragile this man is. All jokes aside, I ain't trying to down on the man, but that's just what it is. We're just used to that in Kansas City. Watching Hammy Watkins always hurt, and we gave him a huge, big old contract too. Got paid from the Chiefs. He just can't stay healthy. Crazy thing is, he's 28. You might be able to get, if he stay healthy. You see what Fitzgerald going playing till he's 37, 38, something like that. I mean, Jerry Rice played till he was 41. And so it's possible to have a very long career at wide receiver. But just like Jimmy G, best ability is availability. I know, bars, spitting over here. I'm tripping. I don't pay no attention to me. So last night's episode, we talked about continuity with championship teams. Of course, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Super Bowl champions this year, Super Bowl 55. They have managed to bring back all of the band. The only person now that is not signed is, of course, AB himself, Antonio Brown, but they did bring back.
Going on SportsCenter, breaking news. The Super Bowl champs continue to bring the band back together. This time, the Buccaneers are giving running back Leonard Fournette a one-year deal worth up to $4 million. That's according to Adam Schefter. Fournette had a great postseason, totaling 448 yards from scrimmage and 4 touchdowns in 4 games en route to Tampa Bay's second Super Bowl title in franchise history. So all the starters are back. Really, the only big name left for them to re-sign from last season would be AB.
Get him back in the fold, run it back, see if we can do it again.
Yeah,
why not?
They're doing.
There you go. Boom. There you have it. Leonard Fournette back with the Bucks. Just waiting on AB to sign. Hey, you can't beat that. You can't beat continuity. You can't beat having something that is consistent in your organization. You can't beat having familiar faces that have gotten you to a championship, and they're all back. Especially when you're in a free agent market, cap tight, kind of market that the NFL is nowadays. The free agent market pretty much it stopped that, that dynasty stuff, per se, in the NFL. But the only good teams that managed to stay a dynasty or continuously stay in the conversation of getting championships or getting multiple championships in a certain time period is because they had consistent teams, stayed together, pretty much your core pieces, and you build around it. I mean, that's the name of the game. You know, I stated that earlier, and when talking about the Dolphins and what they got going on. You keep it as consistent as possible. You know, it makes it easier. Well, not necessarily easier, but I mean, there's certain hurdles and trials and tribulations that probably won't affect your team that much because you have got that chance to know each other because you know what it takes to get a championship, and at that point, you know when to assert yourself and know when to sacrifice at the same time. All for the whole morale of the team, and honestly, they got that culture change really. I think it did start with Bruce Arians, but getting Tom Brady, hate the man, love him or not, I never really been a big fan of Tom Brady, but this year I'll admit, I know I really like eat a cockroach than admit this, but I'm gonna have to just go out and just say it. Like, he kind of grew on me this year, man. Like, just seeing you know what it was that got me like, okay, let me loosen up on Tom Brady. And when that boy was walking at that parade and that boy was lit. He was on that avocado tequila. He was, you real drunk is when somebody got to guide you, like actually grab you and guide your ass. I need to find that clip real quick, but until I find it, but I mean that kind of got me into really kind of loosen up on Tom Brady because that showed that he's just one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? He is one of the guys. And I mean, he brings a certain je ne sais quoi to that team. I mean, just him being himself and pretty much, inserting himself with the team. I mean, did y'all see how much fun they were having? I mean, the dudes love Tom Brady. I mean, but then again, you also got to respect the guy. I mean, he's a smart business dude because he's the only guy I know that takes numerous of restructured contracts or less money for the sake of the team. And hey, like I said, say what you want. Hey, you gotta respect that. I mean, a guy that puts the team first. You don't get a lot of quarterbacks that think like that. And when you do, like I said, hate him or not, you gotta respect it. I mean, he's a winner. I mean, I don't know. I guess people hate winners. And, I think now that he's away from Bill, I think that's what it is also, because I can't do Belichick. He just seems like a real asshole. And I'm an asshole. And when two assholes get together, it's kind of rough because shit can go left. Because assholes, they don't hold their tongues. So, here it is. This is why I've loosened up on Tom Brady.
Tom, how awesome was that? Tom Brady, Super Bowl MVP 7 times.
I guess his sea legs aren't what they.
Because Tom Brady, 43, you see the knee brace. He looked like such a normal suburban dad, just lit off tequila. Hold on. I gotta look at this again.
Tom, how awesome was that? Tom Brady, Super Bowl MVP 7 times.
That boy was gone, y'all. That boy Tom was gone. That boy. He was cheesing, looking like Chester the Cat, just smiling. Homeboy had to drag and direct his ass. He was gone off that goddamn avocado tequila, boy. That's what made me lose. I came from, y'all. I got a chuckle off of that when I saw that. Oh my goodness, that was funny. And then he's throwing the Lombardi across the water. That's a guy that says, shit, I got 6 more of these joints. I ain't worried about this one. This is for y'all. And just chucked it. I'm telling you. Hey, one more time. Just look. Just look at your man smiling when he come through them gates. And then homeboy had to grab him. What?
Tom, how awesome was that? Tom Brady, Super Bowl MVP 7 times.
Oh my God. That boy Tom can't hold his liquor, not a damn. Oh man, but but he's so serious about the game. He's so competitive about the game. Like he probably has that, hanging with the boys is his night out. We won the championship. Oh, me and the boys gonna cut up a little bit. I mean, we probably won't do no NBA talk today. I mean, NFL just came and just stole the show. I'll probably go over some scores right now. I got the TV on ESPN. I'm not sure if that Atlanta Hawks and whoever they were playing game is over yet. Oh, look at that! My Lakers are in the lead. I'm proud of y'all. Without no LeBron, no Anthony Davis, I'm proud of y'all. Oh yeah, that game's over. Atlanta Hawks beat up on the Stephen Curry-less Warriors, 124-108. Of course, I'll drop you guys the score of the Lakers game when it ends. Right now, 90 LA Lakers, 72 Cleveland Cavaliers. About 6:48 left in that game. So I'll keep a close eye out on that for y'all, especially for all my Laker fans, like myself. So now that we got all the giggles and stuff out the way, let's talk about some foolishness. Right. Now this story right here just doesn't make no sense to me at all. This right here.
Well, last Thursday night, a St. Star cornerback was arrested in his hometown of Cleveland. WDSU sports anchor Sharif Ishak has more details on his arrest.
Police in Cleveland say Marshawn Lattimore has been arrested on suspicion of possessing a weapon. A Cleveland police spokesperson says Lattimore was arrested after authorities stopped the car he was riding in for traffic violations. Police say Lattimore had a loaded handgun that had been reported stolen in a Cleveland suburb. Lattimore is suspected of receiving stolen property and failing to inform an officer he was carrying a concealed weapon. Lattimore's representative Marcus Sidoti sent out this statement, and I quote, "Mr. Lattimore, a proud Cleveland native with no prior criminal record or history, is fully cooperating with law enforcement's investigation of this matter." The statement went on to say he was a passenger in a vehicle that was stopped by police and was arrested without incident and was not formally charged. We believe this was a misunderstanding and that this will become even clearer as new information becomes available and is shared with the authorities, end quote. Lattimore is entering his 5th season with the Saints. The Black and Gold drafted him 11th overall in the 2017 NFL Draft. And of course, he is looking for a big-time contract this offseason. In Gentilly, Sharif Ishak, WDSU News.
Those are class.
Did they say he looking for a big-time contract? You better pump the brakes on that one, buddy boy. You got other stuff to worry about than that damn contract. Yes, sir, you do. Marshawn Lattimore. So, it was that report, but also did other stuff. Possession of a loaded handgun that was believed to be stolen, according to the Cleveland police. That's dicey. First of all, possession of handguns illegally is dicey. You playing with fire. Which bothers me is because as an NFL player, I don't count men's pocket, but I'm sure to be under understanding that you have the means to make sure that if you were in possession of a gun, that you can do it legally. Let's just start right there. You know what I'm saying? Like let's get. I am a legal licensed guy to carry because I have 2 daughters. I have a soon-to-be 6 and 4-year-old in August. So yeah, and Papa Bear don't play that mess. So I did it the right way. I went down to the sheriff's office, had them do my background check. I don't have a criminal record, so I wouldn't worry about that. My criminal background check came clear. My background check audit came clear. Paid the little $5. So this is North Carolina. Paid my little $5 for my little 3 little permits for handguns and pistols. If I wanted to, which I will soon, go take a concealed carry class, pass that, get my certificate, go back to the sheriff's office. They will probably do another background check just because of time in between the last time I received it, but still, they will do a background check. I will pass that, and then I will pay for the concealed carry permit. That's how simple it is, especially in North Carolina. I'm not sure about the gun laws or situations in Ohio. I'm not. So I'm not going to speak on that. I'm just saying that if I just laid out the process of obtaining the right to possess a firearm the legal way, I'm pretty sure that Marshawn Lattimore, an NFL player, could do the same. That's all I'm saying. I'm just painting a very simple picture, straightforward picture. This is what baffles me about just some of this shit that pro athletes do. And I'm not trying to shame the guy. I'm just pointing out the fact that sometimes, like, Stop overcomplicating things. I don't know if it's just a ploy to just hold up some kind of image or something. I don't know. I don't know Marshawn Lattimore, but you're getting arrested. First of all, anytime you get arrested, puts a stain on your professional career. Especially with the NFL, who's big on protecting the shield, as they like to say. They like their image all nice and pristine, but in all honesty, they make a lot of headlines. Some of these players and coaches and sometimes owners make some negative headlines. Daniel Snyder, the owner of the Washington football team, prime example. It is just reported this week that he's going to buy out the rest of his smaller portions of owners in the stakeholders in the team. So he's going to be the outright owner of the Washington football team. That's good and all, but he's also been last year accused of producing an unsafe environment for women in that organization. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's it again. That's at the top. I mean, and maybe a lesser offense. Jim Irsay, owner of the Colts, he's had his DUI issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude was literally just drunk side the road. He's had his legal battles. Numerous issues with players, and some might not even got out, which is unfortunate. But you're talking about you're putting yourself in a sticky situation, and you're getting to the end of your rookie deal, and you want to cash in. How do you expect a franchise, literally a $1 billion organization, to invest their money into you? When I don't know if you out here trying to play get rich or die trying like you 50 Cent or some shit. What's going on, Marshawn Lattimore? I've laid out how simple it is to obtain a permit. It's not difficult, at least in North Carolina. Like, again, I don't know the extent on how to get a permit in Cleveland, Ohio. But again, I'm not gonna speculate. I'm just saying, like, come on, you got the means. Like, let's be smart about this, because this isn't just about you anymore. There's a $1 billion franchise that you're an investment. That's business. That franchise wants return on an investment, and they can't get no return if you get in legal troubles and God forbid you get locked up over some silly shit like this. That's bad business. And of course it's easy for me to say, oh, if I was in their shoes, I wouldn't do it. I would do it. I'm just saying, I've been broke all my life. I ain't got time to get in trouble. Going to jail, missing work, that'll put me in a bad spot. I ain't got Marshawn Lattimore money like that. So I don't know. What to me is just some stuff just seems like damn common sense. Like, what they say? Oh, common sense ain't common. Yeah, it ain't, because sometimes this shit is just laughable about just how silly it is. I don't know, some guys. Did y'all see that Jake Paul and Ben Askren a little clip? I don't know. All this stuff's all this stuff is publicity. But somehow Jake Paul is leading the way in boxing right now. It's a shame that the world of boxing has been minimized to YouTubers carrying the sport of boxing. You know, I talked about, of course, last night, Gervonta Davis. He's a knucklehead just like Marshawn Lattimore. He's over here doing hit and runs in a Lamborghini. And so the sport of boxing is hanging on by thread as it is. MMA is literally just blown the viewership out of the water on boxing. They blowing them out. Like it's not even fair. So I mean, you got Jake Paul and his brother Logan Paul. They pretty much are the YouTubers who keeping for some reason people intrigued. I mean, they come with millions of followers on their YouTube channels. You know, I just think that's a shame. Because they're not boxers. They can sit there and train and act like they boxers, but they not. So I don't know. That fight this weekend is gonna be. We'll see what Jake Paul does because you know he fought. Was it Nate Robinson last time? He's a basketball player. He's not a boxer. Ben Askren is at least a former MMA fighter, so mixed martial arts. So you know, and that comes with Brazilian jiu-jitsu, boxing, wrestling. You know, a lot of grappling. But of course, this is amateur boxing, but still, there's some boxing element in MMA. So, going up against some different competition, and we'll see what happens with Jake Paul. That whole little. Hey, it's smart marketing. It is. It is smart marketing. It builds his brand, win or lose. If he loses in a competitive fight, he wins. If he wins, he wins. I mean, just as long as he don't get knocked the hell out. You know, he don't pull no Friday and Smokey and you got knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as that don't happen, he wins. So it's just a shame that the sport of boxing has reached that level. All right. We have reached that time of the hour that we must say goodbye or good morning for however way you see it. It's been real, people. Of course, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys tonight. We have made it to the end of another week. You can't beat making it to the end of the week. Of course, in this whole crazy COVID world that we're living in, check on your peoples, go hug on them if you can, love on them, because you never know what happens. Look, I will be back Monday night, of course, midnight, God willing. Until then, y'all, Waka Modelo Lamar is out. Love somebody, hug somebody. Peace. Solid Hill TDS. Hitchhikers. Let's go. Yo. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below. Ready to go, light another pack, watch the blunt roll. Let it go, release to the beast, about to take control. Overload, burn another shrub to keep my mind sedated. Elevated, felt elated from withdrawal but never faded. Alcohol, pumping out my system in need of patience. Point, blatant, do it in reverse until the points taken. Put it in work to muscles jerk, and my joints aching, numbers don't lie, but I think these niggas point shaving. I am on another high. You can only taste the fragrance floating on the stroke. Bodies below, twisted, agitated. Hand me another gram, watch me break down and light this bitch. Explosive tendencies, watch me spark and ignite the shit. Put the game in a chokehold with a tight grip. Niggas inciting shit, hoes peeping, they bite their lips. Cold hearted bastard, give a hot bitch an icy kiss. Take a buzz to another level and heighten it. My karma is Dalai Lama, the smoke for enlightenment. Nigga drag me to hell with all the hounds and Leviathan things. Reach for
couple pack of gauze, cause I'm about to smoke a quick. Pussy poppin' and percolate, I just want the smoke circulate. Losers will spectate and the haters will speculate, but I'm too busy taking all this vapor straight to the face. Damn. Shit. Oh, man. Shit pretty good. Hey, man, you got a light? Fuck that. I'm just Check. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoking low. Let my soul sink into the flow. Feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blood go roll. Let it go, feel this to the beat, about to take control. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoking low. Let my soul sink into the flow. Feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blood go roll. Let it go, feel this to the beat, about to take control.